Hey, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Now, who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to talk about Savannah Marshall. Really quick, please like the videos. If you like the content, please like the channel by liking the videos, hitting that thumbs up button. Also, if you have not subscribed, could you please subscribe and hit that button as well? Also, could you tell a friend? We really want to expand the channel, and that's the best way to do it. That's the only way to do it, and we need you and your help. So without further ado, let's jump back into this video. So it looks like Savannah Marshall is second guessing her thoughts on retirement, in which case I don't think she should. There's a lot of people who, they get their first L and they don't take it very well. Quite frankly, I think a lot of times, people are just in their feelings or their emotions in the moment. And I get it. This is not like basketball or soccer or football or any team sport. An L really hurts you in this sport, or even tennis. I mean, an L really hurts you in this sport. You plummet so far down. And it's amazing. A lot of times, a fighter will get the first L, and it's like, well, does he really have it anymore? Or he should just hang it up, or she should just hang it up. And it's just like, well, it's my first loss. Why should I hang it up? And people are just so quick to write you off. So quick to say that you no longer have it. So quick to well, I thought you were going to exceed and go on to do this or be that. And, you didn't match what I was, the pedestal that I was placing you on. You're not as great as I thought you were. Well, this is also adversity. There's adversity in a fight where maybe you're down in rounds, or maybe you're on the canvas, or you have a cut, whatever, or you have a broken bone, and you fight through. Well, then there's also adversity where you deal with the mental anguish of, can I do this? Can I do this at the level that I thought I was or that I once was? Is the blueprint on how to beat me now? Does everybody see that? Is everybody gunning for me? Who believes in me? Do I even further believe in myself anymore? There's so many questions, and I don't want to get on a mental health rant or anything like that, but I can understand, and I've certainly been there, where, granted, I've not been on her level in boxing or anything like that, but I understand how she could feel. Well, if I can't get through this person, maybe I don't need to be doing this. Well, you probably can't get through that person, but you'll more than likely get through everybody else. So I remember, Deontay Wilder, he loses to Fury. And Fury's like, yeah, but he beats everybody else. He's just going to be number 2. He's not going to be number 1, but he's going to hold number 2 for some time. And you look at Savannah Marshall, it wasn't like she got beat up from pillar to post. No. So you can go back to the drawing board and you can right a wrong. And now technically it's 1-1, which means we do need a trilogy match. Now, granted, the first one, Claressa feels very strongly that she won, not to mention she was very young. And I don't think that first one counts as much. But for the storyline, I think it's great. And for, just marketing purposes, I think it's great. You had the first one, Shields lost. You had the second one, Shields won. Now you have a third one. Break that up. And I think that's good business, quite frankly. I think a fight is much like maybe like a movie franchise. Well, if the first movie did really well, maybe you should do a sequel. And I think if the first fight does really well, granted the individual, somebody doesn't get knocked out or, beat like badly to the point where it's like, why are we fighting again? Then yeah, sure, let's do it again. Why not? What if we would have had Hagler and Ray Leonard too? Because sometimes I look at that fight and I'm like, oh, Ray won that, and sometimes I say Hagler won that. So if they would have had a second fight, and if the first one was big enough, I think the second one would have blown that one out of the water. Why not have it? Simple as that. I'm not saying that Shields and Marshall were evenly matched, but it was a competitive fight. Shields darn near broke down at the end of the fight, admitting that and thanking Marshall for the opportunity, to get that back. But she also admitted it was her toughest challenge. And she also admitted that Marshall did hit as hard as, Marshall suspected she hit. So with that being said, why not? Why not? And then in Marshall's side, I look at it like this. Let's just say you got bested, you got bested by the best female boxer, maybe of all time at this current moment. Is that really the type of fight you want to hang your head low on? No. Look how accomplished she is. Look at all she's done in a short amount of time. So, and again, it wasn't like Claressa, beat her into the dirt. No. So why not do it again? Now, the great thing about doing it again is this. Claressa has other obligations outside of boxing that will take her into MMA. I believe it's 3 fights. I could be wrong. If you know the answer, please drop it in the comments. But I want to say 2 or 3 fights. I know it's not 1. I know it's more than 1. I just don't know if it's 2 or 3. In which case, the point that I'm making is that will be at least 2 or 3 fight camps. So it will be some time before Claressa Shields gets back into a ring, which means Savannah Marshall has more than enough, ample time to correct whatever she needs to correct and have a tune-up fight, possibly even 2, depending on the time frames, of the fights for Claressa Shields. So I think that works in her favor. You can get back on the winning streak. First, you get back on your high horse because you decided, I will entertain a second fight. Great. Secondly, now you just need to really get back in the gym and find an opponent. And not a walk in the park or anything like that, like not some slouch or anything like that. But you do need to get back into the winning column. One, just to get back on the boards, almost like the scoreboards or something like that. One, just to get back on the boards. But also, more importantly than anything else, what other people think, more importantly, it's for Savannah Marshall herself. For her to feel, once again, like a champion, like a winner, and be back in the winner's column for herself, to herself, when she looks in the mirror. I think that's the most important thing. I know I probably seem like I'm going on a tangent, but, the psychological side of boxing is very important. And it's hard to train like a champion if you don't feel like a champion. I think she has to look at the positives versus, the negatives in that fight with Claressa Shields. All right, she is the greatest women's boxer up to current date. Yes, she is. All right, and she didn't brutally beat me up. Okay. She didn't win every single round like she typically does. Okay. So I can take those things and say, well, the argument is I'm not here, but I'm definitely somewhere here. I'm not number 1, but I'm definitely number 2. And I'm so close to number 1 that I could possibly claw and scratch my way back there, fight my way back there, in which case I could be number 1. And when you talk about storylines, what better storyline than I got beat by the greatest female boxer of all times, and then I clawed my way back and I actually beat her in a rematch. That'd be pretty cool. That's a storyline, people. So why not? I would love to see it. If somebody just so happens to know Savannah Marshall, please send my fight breakdown versus her, Claressa Shields for her way. I think it would help her greatly, and I would look forward to doing another fight breakdown, especially after seeing these 2 matched up. There were some things that I feel like are easily tweaked for Savannah Marshall. Just, maybe 1 or 2 really quick. One, I just think she stayed the course with the same game plan. Being a smart, intelligent fighter means also knowing when to abandon something. And if something's not working effectively, you need to let it go. That little double jab wasn't working after like round 5. You need to let it go. Also, just constantly stepping in, that wasn't working after like round 6. You need to let it go. And I think, again, those things are easily tweaked. Simple as that. I just think they're easily tweaked. Also, her leaning down and fighting low, and she should have been fighting tall. That's another thing. And I didn't necessarily feel like her cardio where it should have been, quite frankly. I feel like those championship rounds were more of a testament of her willpower than cardio and conditioning. So those are just some things that are definitely easily fixed, quite frankly. And if those things would have been applied during the fight, who knows? We could possibly have a different unified champion right now. But that's neither here nor there. The reality is Claressa Shields won. And I'm happy and pleased to say, Savannah Marshall, welcome back. And I look forward to seeing you back in the ring. That's pretty much it for this video. If you have any comments, please drop them down in the comment section. You know me, I love to read them and I love to respond back. But yeah, what do you think about Savannah Marshall coming back into the fight game? I mean, technically she hasn't really been gone, but still, what do you think about her officially saying she will definitely entertain a rematch with Claressa Shields? Drop your comments down below. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel.